Hey guys, it's PokeMaster7713, and this is my brother. Yeah, he's the secondary person behind PokeMaster7713. When I'm not making videos, he's the one making videos. But yeah, so we made it. We got the 7 subscribers we needed for the subscriber Saturday. So yeah, we're here to answer your questions that you asked us, and the winner will be in the description below. But yeah, so the first question is from the Lucky Pikachu. It is, what is your favorite show other than Pokemon? And do you collect any other anything other than cards? My favorite show besides Pokemon is Big Bang Theory. What about you?
Probably Big Bang Theory, but I also really like to watch The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead's really good.
Yeah, those are really good. Yeah, but definitely Big Bang Theory is my big show. I love watching it. And then the second part of that question, and do you collect anything other than Pokemon? I used to collect a lot of things growing up, but right now, at the moment, all I'm collecting is Pokemon, so...
Me as well. I used to collect snow globes. I actually have a huge snow globe collection, but I don't collect them anymore because they take up way too much room, and so just Pokemon cards.
Alright, the next one is from Bran Flakes and Kelpo, and it says, what cards, or cards in your collection are the most meaningful to you? And who's your favorite character from the Pokemon show? And then he adds in the old seasons, obviously. So we're going to start with the first part of the question. What cards in your collection are most meaningful to you? I don't know. I'd have to say probably my base set Charizard, just because it just brings back the most memories. Base set Charizard and the gym stuff actually does that. I love those cards, so those are the most meaningful cards for me.
The most meaningful cards for me, I don't know, I love my Ultra Rare collection. It's like my whole collection from Next Destinies all the way through Plasma Storm right now. I haven't completed it, but I love those cards. My old cards, especially my old base set Charizard, for sure. And let's see, my cards that are in my Darkrai Hydreigon deck. that for sure.
Alright, and then the second part, and who is your favorite character from the Pokemon show? Old seasons, obviously. I'm going to first start off this, and I know he feels the exact same way. My favorite Pokemon character of all time is Silent from the new series. I love Silent, and I know my brother Kyle loves Silent too. Silent's just fantastic. I don't know. I just really connect well. He's a good character. But
he's like a character that you don't get tired of. I mean, a lot of people probably are like, oh, he's always a connoisseur of everything, but I actually think he's a really dynamic character, as in he's like, I don't know, he kind of brings like a new edge into it, where Brock, he was just kind of smart, but also like a horn dog. And yeah, it's always been Brock and Ash, and then Tracy. No one likes Tracy.
Tracy Sketchum, God, no one likes
him. No one likes Tracy Sketchum.
I don't know, I'd have to say my favorite character from the old series. That's hard. I kind of like not like him. Probably on Pikachu, if that counts. I don't know, I like Pikachu a lot, so mine is the youngster from season 2 that he fights with. Alright, the next one is from Super Zekrom 3001. How did you first get into Pokemon? Well, I first got into Pokemon, just like every kid did growing up. I saw it on TV, watched TV shows, got video games. I started collecting cards. I don't know if that's about it. It's really nothing more. I just got into it recently this past year. Well, 2 years. It's like pretty much white and black and white. Yeah, we got into it. We played the games with PS Games actually really looking forward to those. So we played those games, and then my girlfriend, her brother won Worlds actually. Pokemon card game. Learn how to play the card game, and then I transferred it onto my brother, and yeah, just ever since, we've just been collecting Pokemon again.
Definitely.
Next question is, one second, okay. From Mew Productions, 150. What's your favorite Pokemon set?
I know at least a couple people know, like Brand Flakes and Kelpo and Jordan Japan Pokemon. They know my favorite set of all time is Gym Challenge, followed very closely by Gym Heroes. It's actually kind of ironic too, because I absolutely, and I say this with firmness, when I was growing up I hated the gym sets. I know a lot of people did too. I didn't like the concept that it belonged to someone. I always thought of him as my Pokemon instead of like Lieutenant Surge's Raichu. I always thought I wanted it to be my Raichu. So naturally I hated the sets, but just going back like this past year, looking back at the card artworks and just seeing everything, they've definitely become my favorite set. Gym Challenge and then Gym Heroes, so definitely my favorite sets of all time. For me, probably Plasma Storm. I like Plasma Storm way better than Thunder Knuckle Spiral Force for sure. I like the hollows in that set, but it's kind of like a bittersweet. I'm not a big fan of like the ultra rares in it. And I don't know, I think Lugia EX is one of my favorite cards. The 4, it's definitely one of my favorite cards, and that just completely changed my whole perspective on that set. I really like Plasma Storm. I thought it was my favorite set.
If you can't tell, guys, he's more the new school collector because he plays more. He's actually more competitive than I am, even though I'm the one who taught him how to play. But I like just collecting the old school stuff, so yeah. The next question is from Jordan Japan Pokemon. It's, what are some overall goals of yours that are unrelated to Pokemon? Well, I want to be a physician's assistant someday. I don't know if that counts. Just get through college with good grades, and yeah, go a couple extra years of college to become a physician's assistant. Just yeah, and then
for me,
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, I want to be a dentist. I just got to finish up school, go to basically dental school afterwards, and so it's a total of 8 years of college. So yeah.
Alright, the next one's from, I don't really know how to pronounce this name, sorry, but it's Don Panfee. I don't know, it's kind of, no, it's Don Panfee. I don't know, it's kind of weird. You'll have to see, he's in the comments below my video. So it says, yo bro, he makes a, well thank you, he makes a great, his question is, which Pokemon would you be and why? I don't know. Like, that's a hard question. Like, I've been thinking about this question for the longest time. I want to be a psychic Pokemon. I know I'd want to be a psychic Pokemon because I could fly around with my mind powers and move things around. But yeah, that's a hard question. I'd probably want to be like Mewtwo or something because he's like sick. Like, he can like shoot energy balls. He can move this stuff with his mind. He can fly around. I mean, he can talk to people. What more can you want? So that's my favorite. That's who I'd be personally.
Oh, that's really tough for me. I probably Victini. I would just go troll around. He could turn invisible, which is awesome. He turn invisible and just do whatever you wanted. Obviously, I want to be Victini without the barrier in the movie, but I think that'd be cool. I like fire type attacks. That'd be pretty sweet.
All right. The next question is. From the Iron Agron, JH, it's, what is one of the best moments in your life and why? I'm going to do a Pokemon related moment and then the regular moment just so you can hear more about my life. Pokemon related moment is probably when I went to my first pre-release. Never had been to a pre-release. Next Destiny's pre-release was my very first one. So yeah, I went to that and it was fun. I don't know, like, it was like the first time I was exposed to Pokemon World. Even like when I was little, I never really, like, everyone loved Pokemon, but it's like we never got together with a bunch of people that just loved it, that were like my age, like older and stuff. It was just kind of a humbling experience. It's kind of exciting. Okay, so the next story is probably one of my favorites. The first time I went to Disney World. I gotta say, it was really exciting. We went on a Disney cruise and everything, and it was just fantastic. Those of you who know, who've been to Disney World, you'll understand why. Alright.
My favorite, Pokemon related and then non-Pokemon related, my favorite Pokemon memory, it's like a series of memories. It's like, on my way down to a pre-release. We live in Littleton, Colorado, and it's like a little bit of, it's like probably like the closest pre-release is in Colorado Springs, and that's like, I don't know, a good like hour hour and a half away, and just the ride there, because it's always like really early in the morning. It's always really beautiful.
Looks like Rohan.
Yeah, it looks like Rohan, like from
Lord of the Rings.
the Lord of the Rings movies.
It's great.
It's like New Zealand there. It's really cool. It's really pretty. And then let's see, what's my other memory? Probably my whole Hawaiian cruise that we went on as a family.
That's fun. All right. Next question is from XXXXX Choco Latte XXXXX. It's what is your happiest Pokemon related moment? Pokemon related moment, probably. That's hard. That's really hard. I have a couple, but I'll just give one. I can't really pick a top one just because I have a lot of them. When I was little, I remember pulling a Gyarados Hollow of some sorts. I didn't really, when I was little, I didn't get great pulls. He was the one who got the good pulls out of everything. But yeah, I pulled a Gyarados Hollow from base set, so that was really exciting. Alright.
For me, going to see, when I was really little, going to see Pokemon 2000 in the theaters.
That was great, yeah. Alright. Pokestar88, his question is, what is your favorite Pokemon game?
Oof. Again, that's a hard one. You guys are giving us hard questions, so that's good. I have to do top 3. I can't really tell you my favorite because I don't have a favorite. I love the original series of the Game Boy games, so that includes Pokemon Yellow, definitely. Loved Pokemon Yellow. That was such a great game. So Pokemon Yellow is probably my favorite out of those 3, but then Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Red are really close. And then Pokemon Snap for the Nintendo 64. I loved that game growing up. That was the best game ever. Pokemon Snap was awesome. And I don't know, Pokemon Black. I have White too, but I haven't played it at all. He's played it. That's it. So yeah, Pokemon Black was my one of my favorites. Okay. I would have to say my top 3. Number 1 would probably be Pokemon Black 2. Love this game. There's a later question here involving it, and I'll explain that. Yeah, probably Pokemon Black 2. I love Pokemon White. Obviously, Pokemon White was the one I had because I love Zekrom. Zekrom's really cool. And I actually think one of the cooler games, it wasn't that popular when it came out, one of the cooler games, Pokemon Conquest. I actually really enjoyed this game. Spent many an hour playing it when it came out, and it was just a really good game. I thought it was really enjoyable, and it was a different take on Pokemon that I really liked. It was more of like an RPG, just really fun game like that.
Alright, the next question is from Jeremy Irvin. And it's, how do you feel on the progression of the newer games? Do you find that there are advances, or do you think that they're just games that the company is coming up with to keep everyone on board with the games? Personally, I haven't really played the new games, but from judging about what X and Y is coming out, there definitely are some advancements going from 8-bit to 3D. I mean, like, you can't complain with that at all. Like, definitely some advancements. Again, every company, no matter what they do, they're wanting to get newer and younger, I guess, consumers of their product. So yeah, of course they're doing things to get people back on board with Pokemon. Of course they are. That's the only way they're making money. Let's face it, Pokemon just wants to make money off of us. Off something we enjoy, that we're willing to pay money for. So those are my thoughts.
I feel like they are like Dane said, they're like just trying to like keep us on board, obviously. But I honestly think that these games are, personally, the story is way better. First of all, the story is like way better.
Yeah, they're doing good with the story.
They're doing really good, especially with like the whole end thing and like all that stuff. And they're like making the stories just that much more enjoyable to play through. And it makes it actually feel like, if you watch the Pokemon show, it feels more like that. Instead of just going through and battling everyone, which is still fun, they involve those, but they like do so many more things. Like, if you're not a big fan of battling, they do the Pokemon musical, you can do the, like movie studio in like Burbank and like all that cool stuff. And especially my favorite thing that they put in, especially Pokemon Black and White 2, is like the battle competitions that you can do. Those are awesome. I really, really enjoy those. So I actually think they're really advancing on it, and I'm really happy with what they're doing with the
The next one's from Teddy CK Bone, and it's, do you think current sets become full of ultra rares? Is that good? To answer yes and no. If you look back at the early EX sets, they were full of ultra rares as well. Actually, you pulled more ultra rares in a booster box. You poured more EXs in a booster box than you pulled holos. So yeah, sets have always been full of ultra rares, but that's so people can collect will continue collecting the sets and
buying packs.
Exactly, keep buying packs so you can do it. And nowadays, yeah, like I think especially, I mean, back in the day they had the EXs and gold stars. Those are the big things. But now with EXs, full art EXs, and shinies. Oh, and let's not even mention A-specs
and trainers,
and full art trainers. Like it is becoming really full of just ultra rares. But again, it's another ploy that the Pokemon Company is putting out, so people will keep buying packs and make it as hard as possible to complete the set, so they can make more money. Unfortunately, it's taking a downgrade in the quality of the cards because there's so much going into the production of all the ultra rares. But I guess that's just a risk that the Pokemon Company is willing to take, and hey, we're willing to pay for it, so why would they stop? And so I guess it's good for the Pokemon Company, not necessarily for us.
Agreed.
Alright,
enough said.
There you go. The next one is from Mike Honchos. Do you remember when base set came out, and do you remember the smell of the cards when opening it? Takes me back to when I think about it. Also, waiting in line to get the movie promos was awesome. Remember it? Yeah, I do remember when base set came out. Again, one of my happier moments. When I first got back into collecting Pokemon cards again, when I opened my first pack, it was actually Black and White was the first pack I opened from it, and I remember opening it and it brought me back. It so brought me back, even though it doesn't smell quite the same. But it just reminded me when I was little when I opened that pack of Black and White. Like the smell definitely brings me back. And yeah, I do remember standing in line with my dad and my twin brother and my little brother. We went to go see the Pokemon movies, and waiting to get the promos was awesome. So
yeah, pretty much.
All right, the next one is from the Terror Hom. Whoops. That's some. Never mind. Okay. The next one's from JZ the Coolest. What is your favorite ultra rare? Did we answer that?
No.
No, we answered favorite Pokemon card. Favorite ultra. Not even that. Okay, well. Favorite ultra rare is probably. Guys, that's a hard one. I really can't pick. I love Umbreon Gold Star. I'm gonna name 3. Umbreon Gold Star, Shining Charizard from Neo Destiny, and I'm gonna do something newer just because not a lot of people. Probably Celebi EX Full Art. Those were my 3 favorite ultra rares right now.
My favorite, well, I have like 2 that I really stand out above all of them. And my number 1 is Darkrai EX, just the normal art. I think it looks sick, absolutely amazing. Like my favorite card of all time. That's why one of the reasons why I cherish my Darkrai Dragon deck so much, because of that card. And then my second one, like I mentioned earlier, it was Lugia Full Art EX. That card looks so sick, and I so badly want it. It's not even funny. So.
All right. The next question is from Eevee Evolutioner 53. What was the absolute first Pokemon card that you got, and from what set? Okay, that was back when I was, what, 6 years old, so it's hard. I can't even remember. It was probably some common from base set, common or uncommon from base set. But I can remember, I'll tell you the first holo I pulled, I remember that. First card, I don't know, it was some common or common.
Same with me, I have no idea what the very first card I pulled was.
But the first holo I ever pulled, or anything worth noting that I can remember, is Kabutops holo from Fossil. That was my first card I ever pulled, I guess, a good card that I pulled, so yeah.
My first card that I ever pulled, like I said, I don't remember any commons or uncommons, but my very, very, very first base set pack I remember the rare I got was my Charizard.
Like I said, he gets all the good pulls.
I got my Charizard, and back then we were like 5 years old, so we really didn't know like that was that good. And so actually I really enjoyed that, and he was my favorite Pokemon ever since. So.
Alright, the next question is...
one of my favorite Pokemon.
From Shiny Pikachu 2000. And the question is, what's your favorite Pokemon? That's a tough one. I really... It's hard. I like so many Pokemon. I have such a variety of Pokemon that I like. It's really hard for me to find one that actually stands out to me. Definitely my favorite legendaries, definitely 1 and 2. Number 1 is Celebi. I love Celebi. Celebi is my favorite legendary. And the second one, followed very closely, is Kyurem. I love Kyurem. I hate Black Kyurem and I hate White Kyurem, but I love regular Kyurem. It's the regular original Kyurem. But my favorite, like, regular Pokemon of all time, probably Glade or something. I like Glade a lot, so yeah.
You don't have to hate on Black and White Kyurem. I think they're sweet.
I don't like them.
But probably my favorite, hands down, my favorite Pokemon of all time is Electivire. Electivire is so sick. I loved him ever since I saw him. Absolutely sick. And then my favorite legendary, that is insanely hard. Probably Lugia, I would say. Probably Lugia.
Alright, this next question is from John Smith. He's the one who won my raffle. And it's, my question is, what are your top 3 favorite Pokemon movies? Also, what do you enjoy doing other than Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon movies, again, it says movies, so I'll say movies. I'll do my top 3. My favorite Pokemon movie of all time is Pokemon Heroes with Latios and Latios. I don't like how they kind of screech throughout the entire thing, Latios and Latios, but I love the movie. It's fantastic. My number 2 would be Pokemon Forever. It was a decent movie. Definitely content-wise not one of my favorite, but Celebi is my favorite legendary, and he stars in this movie. So definitely Pokemon Forever. And my third favorite movie it's probably a lot of people's favorite, is Pokemon 2000. I love Pokemon 2000. Like that was I remember going to see that in theaters and stuff. It's actually a funny story. I'll tell that on a Pokemon story time. But yeah, so yeah, that was funny. Yeah, he remembers. So.
Yeah,
okay, and then yeah.
My top 3 favorite movies. My number 1 is Pokemon Black and White, Victini and Reshiram, Victini Zekrom. They're basically the same movie. Love this movie. I don't know. This is the first Black and White movie, and I just feel like it just feels like Pokemon to me. A lot of movies, like Pokemon movies, don't feel like Pokemon to me. But I feel like this one stood really close, and I just loved the whole atmosphere the whole time. It was never really that dark, and I really enjoyed that. My second one, I have to agree with my brother, is Pokemon 2000. Awesome movie. Very, very cool. Haven't seen it in a while, but I just love it. It's so amazing.
Yeah, we lost the VHS. It's just the cover.
Yeah, it's just the cover.
And so I literally haven't seen Pokemon 2000 since I went to go see it in theaters. Like, I literally haven't seen it. So, actually no, I might have seen it when it was on VHS.
Yeah, we saw it like a couple times.
But yeah, so we lost the movie, so that's upsetting. But I just remember the great memories, so that's why it's number 3 for me.
And then number 3, Zoroark, Master of Illusions. I really like this because I really enjoy the characters in it. Dawn and Ash and Brock, they're all really cool. And I just like the legendary dogs. I actually thought, I didn't see this movie like before the region came out, so I already knew all about it. Like I actually saw Pokemon Black and White before I saw this movie. But I really enjoy this one. Once again, I love the atmosphere of it. That Balker that they play or whatever is pretty cool, so you know. Yeah, there you go.
I'm actually going to go back to that one question that says, what do you collect? Do you collect anything other than Pokemon? Yes, I collect things other than Pokemon cards. I collect the video games, actually. The Pokemon video games, and all the Pokemon movies and seasons we're trying to collect, too. So yeah, I guess that's one other thing. And then the last question is from Alex Mnectric. And it's, which trade or single card holds the most memories for you? And what are they? Okay, another hard one. Do you want to take this one first? Or do you know?
Yeah, I think, Probably my favorite trade. Oh, that's really hard.
It says just favorite trade or just single card that holds memories to you, so it doesn't have to be a trade.
I don't know. I love my Darkrai EX. I always love my Darkrai EX, but probably my Electivire from, what is it called? Mysterious Treasures? Yeah, I traded for that, and that was like my favorite card. I also have, this one that I pulled, my Electivire FB level X, but,
that was your first
that was my very first ultra rare that I pulled, actually. So that was really cool. But yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess that's actually, I'm gonna add that in. Very first ultra rare I ever pulled, ultra rare I'm saying too, is from Black and White, from the Pikachu shiny, which is awesome. This is my first ever Black and White pack, so that was really cool. But yeah, and then I guess for me, which card holds memories for you? Pikachu, I guess, from Black and White. Segueing in, it was my first ultra rare pull out of the very first pack I opened too.
It was weird. Honestly, when he opened it,
I went nuts because I'd done research on the set. He wasn't huge into it. He was just like, oh, cool. So I knew that this was a secret rare, and Black and White was the only thing that was out at the time, even before Emerging Powers. And I went nuts because I knew it was a secret rare and it was really hard to get. It was one out of every 3 boxes that you got one of those, and my brother's just like, that's okay.
Yeah, I just thought it was a Pikachu.
Yeah, alright, so that concludes the questions. Again, the winner will be in the description below. It's kind of a long video, so I'll probably split it up into two, maybe 3 parts. It just depends. But yeah, guys, again, stay tuned for next Subscriber Saturday, and thanks for watching.
Bye. Bye.